Very rare pattern. They only want $2 a plate because they want to buy them so badly. They want 5. Vintage look, I'd buy this. That's not true either. I'd buy this. Maybe you didn't know that they made dinnerware. $3. You see this? That's nonsense. Don't forget to consider the discount. It's Dr. Lori. I'm at Lighthouse Ministries Thrift Store in Brandon, Florida, near Tampa. I'm going to show you what to walk by. I'm going to show you what to buy. You're thinking it should be brown because it's false craft, but it's blue and white, so a lot of people like blue and white. Here's the false craft mark. They want $4 for it. It's worth $15. Rose cluster dishes, trying to look English. These are Farberware. Maybe you didn't know that they made dinnerware. There's your mark for the Farberware dinnerware sets. They only want $2 a plate. I think for cabinet plates, I would buy these. Basically, each one, $10 each. These are trying to look French. See this decoration? Very typical of the French with the center of porcelain that's left blank. Made in Czechoslovakia. And see the mark for Czechoslovakia. They want $3 each for these. They're worth 5. Brighter and whiter. The Czechoslovakian piece is brighter, whiter clay. That's what you should be looking for. Higher quality, more value. The American piece, not as good. Look at these dishes. They're from IKEA. And you didn't even have to put them together. There's a difference between white glass and milk glass. This is white glass, and this is a little luncheon set. You know, you'll put the sandwich here, and here's your little cup of tea. I want to show you the comparison and the contrast from white glass, that's this glass, to milk glass, that's this glass. Do you see the differentiation in color? This seems to be thinner, lighter weight. It's not as opaque as the white glass. This is milk glass. This is what you're looking for. This particular piece of glass actually has a very famous maker's mark on it from the Imperial Glass Company. These pieces of white glass, like this one, is $1. I would walk by these. I would buy these, which are the same $1, because these people think that they're the same. They're not. This glass is worth $4. Look for items from good name stores like Williams and Sonoma. This is made in Portugal. This is a good piece for quality, $2. Retail value, $12. I would buy that. Franciscan ware, you don't expect this to be Franciscan ware because it's a more modern pattern. It's not only the ones from the 1950s and 60s that are valuable. $2 is what they want. Value on it, $8. I'd walk by this. And you're all thinking, you walk by that? This is porcelain, it's beautiful, it's gilded. Once somebody glues a candlestick to the bottom of it, this piece of Limoges now isn't worth as much money. Precious moments, they're not worth anything. People use them for target practice. They're only as good when somebody repaints them and makes something else out of them. Guess what? I'm in the thrift store filming. I have to hold people off after I talk about them because they want to buy them so badly. And don't think they all have to be marked. This signature mark has to be there, and those are the only ones that are valuable. That's not true either. This one is $3, worth $35. This vase, because of condition, look how poor that is. Walk by that. Buy this. This is from the southeastern part of the United States. It's trying to look like Murano. It's beautiful blown glass. How do you know it's from America? Thin is how you know that it's from the southeastern United States. Oh, they want 10 for this? I would definitely put 35 on that. One of my fans came up to me while I was taping and said, "Are you going to talk about that, Dr. Lori?" And I said, "Sure, I'll talk about that. It's made in China, trying to look Italian." And then I said, "Let's turn it over." And I turned it over, and what does that say? Made in China. Here are the saucers that go with the platter. I'd leave the saucers, don't buy those because you don't need those saucers without cups. Buy this. You should recognize what it is. It is Noritake, made in Japan, beautiful porcelain, $3. You know how much it's worth? Go ahead, $90. You don't think anything's good at the thrift store anymore. That's nonsense. I know you think that it's made in China, but this particular piece is Fitz and Floyd. So a Fitz and Floyd piece, it actually is a wall decor piece. See the piece of the hole so you can hook it to the wall? Here's the mark, Fitz and Floyd. They want $5 for this piece, which is hand painted and molded. Value on it, $80. That I'd buy. Pie plates, not very good quality, not a good maker. So I would leave that there, especially for $4. I'd buy this. Why? This is Pyrex. It's from the 1970s. You can see by the serpentine edge. I'd buy this, $4. What's it worth? $20. Remember, I leave them all here for you so you can get them. Pie plate by Corningware, another good manufacturer. This piece is from the 1970s. They only want 3 for that one. $20 on this one, so I'd buy that one as well. I'd buy this. That's right. Look at the Corningware from the 1980s. They only want $8 for it. It's a huge piece. It's a very rare pattern For $8, it's worth $70. Starbucks collectible mug 2020 holiday. They want $5 for it. They resell, all of the Starbucks collectibles resell. This one resells at $50. They want $5. I'd buy that. The reason why I'd buy these is, can you see the crystal here? Can you see how clear it is right here? The clarity in these striations is what makes you know this is crystal. This, they want $3 each. They know these are good. They're worth 10 each. One's glass, one's crystal. Can you tell the difference? See the green sheen on this particular piece? This is glass. I'd walk by that. I'd buy this. This is crystal. It's weighty, it's clear, $3, it's worth $35. Buy this, in size frosted, nice decoration, 1960s, curve, they want $5 for it. It's glass, it's not crystal, retail value on that, $25. This is junk, I'd leave that here. Why? Because the pressed element of the glass, not pressed in far enough. Big seams, I would buy this. This is $8, cake plates. It's very desirable, people want them. Pressed glass at the bottom, clear glass at the top. Love the finial. $8, what's it worth? $65. My mom had this green textural vase in the 1970s. She never used it for anything. She didn't like flowers. You know why she didn't like flowers? Because flowers die. See this indentation? That means it had a metal cap on it that's missing. I'd walk by that. I'd buy this. That piece is crystal and it goes on top of a chandelier so the light comes up through it. They want $4 for it. Retail value on it, $15. For $4, it's lightweight, it's mass produced. There's a million of them out there. I'd walk by that. You want to know why thrift store prices are going up? Supply and demand. Look at all these people shopping. Beautiful glass dishes. These are American made, date to the 1960s. They want $2 for each one of them. They're worth 10 each. You see this little pattern all the way around the bottom? Inexpensive mechanical manufacturing. I'd walk by those. I'd buy these beautiful incised glass. They cut in this little pattern. There's 5 of them. They want $2 each. They're worth $5 each. Reproductions of early 20th century. I'd walk by that. This is nice, but it's not hand built. I'd walk by that. I like the color. I like this color as well. When you pick it up, it's too lightweight. I'd walk by that. I'd buy this. It's crystal. $3 worth $15. I'd walk by these because these are transferware collectible plates. I'd probably walk by that. Why? 100,000 of them out there. These pieces are trying to look like Staffordshire English ceramics. They're made in Taiwan and they're marked made in Taiwan. So I'd walk by those. This piece here is a piece that's trying to look like Beam, the New Jersey manufacturer. You see the underside? The underside indicates it's made in Japan. Not worth the $5 that they want for that piece either. I'd walk by that. You could always use those. Decoration on furniture means something. This finial is a pineapple, and it means hospitality if you see it. Maybe that means anybody's invited into your bed. I don't know. This is an old smoking cabinet. So it's a humidor inside. It would have had metal on the interior, and whoever wanted to DIY it figured, oh, it'd be a nice little side table, but not realizing that when they strip this down, this is all warped. There's also damage here, a loss here. For $15, I'd walk by that, but I'd buy this. At $300, this is a Link wicker, mid-century modern dresser. 6 drawers, nice. It needs a good scrubbing, you know, you need a good scrubbing. It does need a little bit of restoration. In good condition, it's worth about $1,500. In good condition, they want $300, I'd buy that. This is an orb finial on a turned piece. You see that orb and this foot? They represent Pennsylvania made. That means they're made in Pennsylvania. That's a broken pediment, very typical of Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia area. And if I looked on it, looks like the 1960s made by Pennsylvania House. I don't know how much they want for it. What's it worth? $150. The Squishmallows, unfortunately, need their original tags. Doesn't have the original tag. If it had the original tag, you'd be looking at $30. They want 3. It's worth something that I would walk by, so it's not worth 3. Wouldn't be Florida if we didn't see Mickey. He's got a good agent. I love it up to this area. Why? Because the small beads at the top do not match the faceted cut beautiful glass crystals at the bottom. Now, it's $5. If you want to take it apart and redo it, you're a jewelry maker, fine. But I would have to walk by that because it's a marriage and not a good one. That's headed for divorce. You're thinking, oh, but those faceted crystals look great. When you turn it over and you see that the setting is all one piece, not as valuable as if they were individual linked settings put together. So unfortunately, I'd pass by that. The copper and the turquoise are very typical of the vintage look, trying to look back at the 1970s. They want $6 for it on the red tag. Value on it is $10. So I'd buy that. I showed you what to buy. There's more to come.